Hey fam, happy Sunday. I'm sorry it's been so long since I last did a Sunday video, but it's been really crazy, so I haven't actually had a chance. But I'm happy to have one now in beautiful Santorini. So as you can see behind me, we're looking out at the caldera of Santorini in a beautiful little hotel called the Nefeli Homes. And it's been a great 2 weeks. So let me start from the beginning. Let's see, 2 weeks ago, I was in Athens and we went to the Acropolis with some friends and then up to Lycabettus Hill, which is the highest point, I think, in Athens. It was beautiful. The 200 stairs to get there was a little bit insane, but it was beautiful and it was totally worth it. We went for sunset and we're gonna go again this week, so stay tuned for more fun pictures. But that was really, really fun. And it was great to go with like a smaller group because otherwise it would have been just insane. It was really, really busy. And then on that Friday, I went on the Saronic Islands cruise, which if you saw my post, I think my expectations were mismatched. It wasn't like 100% my favorite activity because it was very slow. We didn't get to spend a lot of time on the islands, and we spent a lot of time on the boat. But it was a beautiful day in Greece, so I really can't complain. And the islands themselves were very cool. And then right after that, the next day, I departed on my 4-day trip around classical Greece. So seeing the Peloponnese and then seeing some other places up in the north part of Greece. And I think the highlights were Epidaurus, Mycenae, Olympia, Delphi, and Meteora. So you will have definitely seen my pictures. I hope all of those places were absolutely beautiful. I will say that I was expecting Meteora to be my favorite, but actually Delphi was my favorite. It was so beautiful, and you could see in the mountains. We stayed in the mountains. Delphi's in the mountains. And you could see all the way down through the valley of tons of olives, beautiful olives, all the way down into the sea. So just like the landscape was really pretty. And then Meteora, of course, was amazing. Like the monasteries on top of the rocks was really cool. So I'm so glad I went. Like that really was what I wanted to see in Greece, with all the classical stuff and hear about the history and all that. I wasn't expecting to make it to Thermopylae, but we did. So that was really cool. And then now I have to go watch 300 again, which I'm sure is not historically accurate, but it was still very neat. So that was really cool. And then as I was on that trip, Ken was also here and he was doing his little bike trip of the Peloponnese. So we kind of like almost crossed paths, but then he kept going south and I went north. But it sounds like he had a great time. So that was awesome. And then I met Kat and Ken in Athens. So they've been here for 4 days. Well, Ken's been here for longer, but Kat's been here for 4 days. And it was a little bit of a kerfuffle because on the day that we were supposed to leave, the day before we were supposed to leave, we got a notice that the Athens transit was going on strike and that we wouldn't be able to fly out that next day, which was when our flight was. So I scrambled, got us a flight, got us a Airbnb in Crete, which was our first destination. And then we got to the airport and we found out that it was the strike was canceled. So I was like a little bit mad, but in fact, it turned out fine. So we got to Crete, it was all fine. Crete was awesome. We spent 2 days there. The first day we had like a customized tour of West Crete. So we went to Elefantisi Beach and we went through Topalia Gorge. We didn't actually go into it. And then we went to this little tiny town where we had lunch that was really nice. And we went to a little monastery that was really cool also. So it was really, really nice. We had a great time on day one. On day two, we went to hike the Samaria Gorge, which is a 13 kilometers in the park and then 3 kilometers to get to the town hike. And it's all pretty much downhill, but it's extremely technical. And it's not like slow downhill, it's a lot, it's hard downhill. So that was pretty hard for me, but I'm proud of myself for doing it. I have a lot of blisters and my legs hurt, but it was worth it. And Kat and Ken did awesome. They were both speedy through the gorge. So I was sort of the limiting factor, but I still did it and I'm proud. So that was really, and also it was breathtakingly beautiful. So I'm really glad that we did it. And then yesterday we took the ferry from Crete to here, which is Santorini again. and it's beautiful here. So we were only here for like 2 days ish, and so right now I'm on my balcony, as you can see, again, so beautiful. And I'm waiting for Kat and Ken, and we are going to go take a little boat cruise around the caldera this morning, which is great because I don't want to walk anywhere. So we're gonna take a little cruise and have some lunch, then we're gonna come back and get some dinner, and then fly back to Athens. And then Kat and Ken fly out tomorrow morning early. Sorry. They're not gonna get any sleep at all, so be nice to them when they get home. And I am going to go to work. So that's 2 weeks and 5 minutes, which I think is definitely a record. But I'm gonna cut it off here and go and meet them. But nice seeing you guys, and see you again next Sunday. Ciao.